How's it going today, Lance?
It's going good, Chad.
Good. Thanks for taking some time out today to answer some questions in regards to leadership. Just so everyone knows who's watching this video, Lance is the Director of Sales for Allen Edwin Homes. And just want to ask you a couple questions in regards to leadership and how you handle some things with your company and the way you lead as a manager. So I guess we'll get right into it.
Sounds good.
What are the most important decisions you make as a leader for your company, Lance?
I think leaders make hundreds, if not thousands, of decisions, and some are monumental, some are consequential, most are trivial. But I think three main areas really. One is the vision of the company, which is essential to the health of the organization. And so, if you don't know where you're going, then you're probably going to get lost or at best sidetracked. And so, in my organization, our owners really formulate what the vision is, and they ask for the leaders in the organization to take part in creating it. Okay. So underneath that umbrella of the vision, I think you really got two parts that I really focus on, and that's the strategy, which is kind of like your playbook, your systems, your processes, how you train people, how you facilitate things, and then you have the people. So what we find is that if something's not working right, we just either look at is it a strategy issue or is it a people issue?
All right, so Lance, what are you doing to ensure you continue to grow and develop as a leader as time goes on?
Yep, that's a good question. I think that if you're a 4, it's going to be pretty hard to hire 10s, right? So you always have to focus on continuing to get better. But my mentors have always taught me that readers are leaders, and just always trying to learn and grow. And so I think it's really just a simple law of cause and effect, where there's something that great leaders do to get a certain effect, and you want to study and learn and embrace what those people are doing, as well as surround yourself with some really good mentors to help ensure that you can continue to do well, even if you're doing very good, to push yourself kind of to the next level. But I think that reading and enhancing your skill set is really half of it. But then I think the other half of it is understanding that leadership is an art and management is a science, and you kind of have to have both, right? So the thing that has really helped me a lot, probably in the last year and a half, is ensuring that no matter what's happening in the business, that I'm very mentally prepared for work every day, right? Mm-hmm. And so I have began over the last year and a half investing an hour or two each week just thinking, right? So I'll shut off my phone, I'll shut off my computer, and I'll just think, and I'll plan. I mean, there's a reason why when you go on vacation, you come up with great ideas, because your mind is rested, right? And I think that that's kind of where you need to go every day into work, right? And so probably about a couple years ago, I was working about 60, 70 hours a week. I wasn't getting to where I wanted to be, and I reached out to my mentor and I said, man, I'm working all these hours and the team's not getting to where they want to be. And he said, well, then you're probably not that good at your job and you're a bad father. And he was probably right. And so the shift that I had is I said, I need to be a little bit more intentional in my week, and I need to focus less on doing and managing and focus more on leading. And that was really a big shift that I had, which helped me put a lot of time and the right effort, so it helped my team focus on them becoming better leaders, which help us get to where we need to be.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Great. I think one more question here, and then we'll wrap it up if that's okay with you. What is one characteristic that you believe every leader should possess?
Well, I think there's a lot of buzzwords out there like emotional intelligence or vision and confidence, and I think all those things are important, but I think the most important thing is trustworthiness. So not so much are you trustworthy, but are you seen as trustworthy amongst your team? And I think within that, there's really two parts. I think one is, your team is constantly asking themselves, does this person have good intentions towards me, right? And the second question they're asking themselves is, do they have the competency and the resources to get the things done in order to really help me? And so I think with that, as the old cliche goes, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So does your team really feel like you care about them, right? And they have to feel that way, right? They have to feel that way. And then the second half of it is just the competency level. So, do you have street credit within your team, right? Does your team feel like, hey, when I go to this person for advice, they're going to give me advice that's truly going to make me feel better? Or when they ask you a question or ask for help, do you have the resources to go and get it done? And so I have always tried that anything that's really difficult, I never ask my team to do something that I can't do myself.
Right.
So I think that's really the two parts to being trustworthy. And I think that if your team trusts you, they're easily going to buy into your goals and perform better, especially when you're not around. If you don't have trust, it's very difficult to have influence, it's very difficult to inspire, and I think you can pretty much be an ineffective leader.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Well, those are some fantastic answers. And
Thank you.
I gotta imagine you are a fantastic leader as well, and your company's doing very good, and I'm sure you play a big role in that. So thanks again for spending time with me today and answering some questions, and that's a wrap, I think.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.